Dream warrior, ain't gonna dream no more. I'm a dream warrior.
Recorded live from the dungeon, this is the Dream Warrior Review, and I'm Kurt Thomas.
And coming at you live from the hills of Tennessee,
I'm Mick Strawn.
Mick Strawn.
It wouldn't work.
No, it was pretty. Seemed like it was kind of used up.
Yeah, you could just tighten the head of that sucker.
And then one of the hoses under the sink in the bathroom started leaking, so I just replaced both hoses. I was like, boom, done.
Boom. You know, sorry, did you see that? There was like, boom.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was. Okay, boom.
Actually, that light looks really good. It makes it look clearer.
Yeah, actually, it is really clear right
Yeah.
now, which is I've often had problems with muddiness, but the way that I've overcome it is just to drive in more light.
I sound like do I sound weird? Because I feel like I'm really loud. Maybe it's just my headphone volume. I feel like I'm yelling.
Yeah, it's almost like you're so loud you're being clipped at the top.
Hello there. Hi.
Hello.
how are
Oh,
you
there
doing?
you go. There's a hey. I
very
got my FM on. Yeah.
I got my FM. Wait, how do you do that?
Yeah.
What's FM? What's the difference between FM and AM?
Amplitude modification. Amplitude.
No. I meant like voices. Oh shit.
Oh, voices. Oh, well, it really easily. FM has a
Fix my
base that
background.
rides on the carrier, and AM doesn't. So.
Well, see,
That's
I would
why-
say, okay, if I was on AM, I'd be like, hi, this is Smooth Jazz 99.1. And if I was on
Because
FM, I'd say,
Hi, everybody. This is the
Hi.
Morning Zoo.
That's the other way around,
Coming
buddy.
at you.
You got those absolutely backwards.
For those who like to masturbate, we're giving away free Kleenex.
I don't know, anyway.
Stack them in the corners. Stack them if you got them. So what the hell is this?
2 years after Cole survived a satanic blood cult, he's living another nightmare. High school! And the demons from his past still makes... What?
He's
Question.
still going to
This
school.
is written horribly. This is written wrong.
He is still going to school with one of the demons from his past.
Well, the demons of his past are still making his life hell. They wrote that wrong. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway.
But Mick, what's the guy's name? Mick G?
McGee?
The director, Mick G, was... I think I like his style, but I don't want to get too much into this. I don't want to give away how I feel yet. I'm trying to
give
play
away
coy.
Can I
Yes,
can I attempt to play coy?
please do.
That was
That's
a coy.
pretty good.
Yeah, that was a good coy. So let me just say this about that. This film, I don't even know what it's. I was trying to think of where to start. This film.
Well, let's talk about the first one a little bit, because in
Well,
2017.
but we knew.
Let me say, for the people
we
that don't
loved-
know, we reviewed this in 2017 on December 19th.
And
Episode
loved the hell
18,
out
if
of
you
it.
want to go way back. Episode
go back-
18.
Go
18.
back on the way back.
And I used the word awesome probably about 20 times in that review.
Yeah, I think, and you know what? Well deserved.
Yes.
Well deserved.
And
the
that's a
first-
great episode. Do you know why?
Why?
Because, well, this is kind of a side note, but
Mm-hmm.
you actually told the story about the Musketeers and freezing fog, and also a story about the hidden where a guy pulled the gun on you. And they were both great stories. So episode 18, everybody, go back and listen.
Everybody, yeah, we should.
No, it was really
No.
good. But we didn't rate it. I was scanning through it, couldn't find a rating anywhere.
Oh, we didn't rate it because
Yeah.
that was a pretty good film. I would have had to have put it up there around 4 for me.
I think I'm at 4.5 still.
I still love that film. So imagine my disappointment.
Oh, keep us in suspense.
This is this I don't know where to go with this. This film
I have mixed feelings. So I watched it when I got through it, I was like, okay, that was kind of fun to watch, but I really didn't like it all.
Yeah.
And then I let it sit for a couple days because it's been like 3 days since I've seen it, and now
I was curious about
I don't
that
like
because
it.
I started. The only thing. The really, I think the truly interesting thing is there was a character in this that I would have liked a lot, except for she now looks like she's had a bad meth addiction between the time of when she did the first film and she did this one. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yes.
You see, that was a little weird because she came in as a superhero cleanup batter on this one and got immediately, you just looked at her and went,
something's different. Yes.
Something's see, you should eat a square meal every once in a while and try and cut back to like an 8-ball a day.
It might have just been really super dieting because of the pandemic. Wait, no, this was probably shot before that. Never mind.
It's probably shot before the pandemic. Yeah, no, that was, because there was supposed to be like this thing where she was, could possibly have been a different character, and you're looking at her going, boy, you're kind of scary now, boy. 2 years can make a big difference on some people.
And there was a replacement character like that was basically just a copy of the other character.
Of the other character.
And it didn't work as well.
Yeah, there was this film. Let's just put it this way. There was the characters have not aged well.
Except for the guy without a shirt on.
Yeah, well, but
and actually, I like the black guy. He's pretty. So this reminds me of a bad version. Okay, so Nightmare on Elm Street 3 and 4.
Right.
These two films kind of remind me in a way of those two because the first one was a little bit more kind of straightforward.
Oh yeah,
comedy,
absolutely.
A little more horror.
Right.
This was kind of Nightmare on Elm Street 4 was kind of a fun romp, like a really fun adventure.
Right.
That was I think they were trying to do that with this one, but it kind of failed.
Yeah,
I mean, it felt like forced. It felt like it was really forced. Like the comedy was forced. Like it was just. It felt like a bad late night movie, maybe.
Yeah, there was something about it that, like late night movie.
Yeah,
like
Up All Night or something like.
There was no part of it. There was no part of it that had the sweetness of the first one. There was something about I don't know. There was something about the first one that was. It
was like Scary Movie. A little bit.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was truly a humorous film, and there was no, there didn't seem to be a great deal of peril in the first one because you kind of knew that that people were going to die, and yet it was going to be the right people in the end.
Yeah.
In this one, you thought, yeah, I don't give a shit if they blow everybody away. Yeah.
Well, it also just had a twist that was really lame. I was like, really?
Yeah. It was like,
are you
serious? I was the same too. It was like, oh, really? We're just gonna let our guard down and walk away, huh?
We're just wrapping this up. We're
we'll just see that. Bye. Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, just and having been in that situation of having made the second film before, like Nightmare on Elm Street 3 and then Nightmare on Elm Street 4, it is difficult not to get just loony about it and walk away.
Well, yeah.
I mean, there are so many examples of blowing out the second film and not making it any particularly better, but certainly bigger every time, right?
Well, I can only think of one that off the top of my head, the sequel that was better was Terminator 2.
Oh, yeah. No, you're right. And the thing is it kind of stands alone, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
At the same time, you have to see what part of the arc that you're going to be in, because even if you look at, think of
Revenge of the Nerds?
No. Yeah, I was. Yeah, no, yeah. Thanks a lot. No, I was thinking. I was thinking particularly of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Leatherface. You know, having that going completely crazy with the second one, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And then us coming in to make the decision to go back and kind of forget that the second one existed, which was really kind of it was a kind of interesting decision, because to make it smaller and try and make it more horrifying and less like a circus.
Yeah, circus is a good word.
Well, the thing is look at all the films that face this all the time. You know, it's Alien. I mean, look at the difference between Alien and Aliens.
Right. Yeah.
There's, you know, you always get that that tendency. You know, I could even say Critters and Critters 2. You know, I mean, well, if we're gonna make a house go crazy on Critters 1, we're gonna make a whole goddamn town go crazy on Critters 2, and then by the time we do 3, we're gonna do Manhattan, and then
right.
You know, of course, by the time we get to 4, we're gonna be in fucking space.
It's like the Muppets. I mean, because you had the Muppet movie,
right? Yeah.
Then you had the Muppet Caper.
Then the Caper, and then
you had the Muppets go to Manhattan.
Manhattan, right? You know,
and then they went to space.
They
went
to space. And
I will say though, I watched I have reasons for watching Muppets still.
Muppets in space.
The newer Muppets are actually pretty good. I watched the newer ones, the last 2 that I'd never seen before.
Right.
And the most recent one was actually pretty freaking funny, and I was glad I was sitting there watching it with my daughter. I was like, oh, this is not bad.
I think overall, I think you know, right.
I like how we're talking about Muppets now.
Yeah. How did we get to Muppets? And you know, I love in the background. I keep seeing blood splatter and things like that going on back there. And, yeah.
Well,
you know,
we don't have a lot to say about this.
Here is I need blood spatter back here.
You know, maybe you should take my idea and project something back there, like with a projector.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I love that idea. I just don't know what.
Because I was gonna do that.
I have to get a video projector and just shine it onto the tin and let it go. I mean, I don't want to do it like your way, because that's like everybody does it.
I know. I was gonna do a projection like on a little screen behind me or something, like a sheet or something.
But
making it kind of weird.
I love the idea of just setting a projector over here, the video projector, and letting it go wild. Yeah.
You can show like your
video
resume behind you, like
when
you're doing interviews. Like,
you know, that's interesting, because I just recently found a whole bunch of reels from that I used to distribute back in the day, you know, of production design reels. And the thing is that they went through their own periods and stuff. You know, there was the first one that I made, which was probably about 15 minutes long, and yeah, you know, it's funny, is you start out this way, is you work on 2 films, and somebody says, you know, you should put a reel together. And so you go in and you edit, you get in an editing bay, and you have like an editor there, or you rent the bay and you do it yourself, you know. And this is back when, you know, you were doing tapes, right? And you would do it on 3/4 beta tape, and then you would and then you would take that and you would cut it down and put them out in VHS, right? But there's this tendency that you have as being a young moron, is if you have only 2 films, you're almost absolutely going to have a 15-minute reel, which is interesting, because usually by the time you have 20 films, your reel is about 2 minutes long.
Right, yeah. Well, if you go to IMDb, you can look at like the sizzle reels that some people have.
Well, yeah, but the thing is you just learn. I mean,
yeah.
you just learn that. And the thing that's really freaky is to watch a producer watch your reel, and man, that is an education, because you you think to yourself, well, wait until he gets to the good stuff at minute 13.
And he has the opposite reaction. Yeah.
And then after a while you realize that none of these guys are going to get past like 45 seconds, and that if you don't put it in there, make it short, and go, they ain't going to see anything at all. And so you learn. I mean, there's this. Let me tell you, kids, this is how you make a reel. You figure that their time is super, super important, or at least they're trying to get to lunch. You know, it can be either one. They're going to lunch, or their time is super important, but they ain't gonna watch shit. They're going. You have them. It's sort of like all of the treatments that you put out there that are like 20 pages long.
That you think are amazing.
Yeah, that you think are gonna amazing, and you put all the great nuggets on page 16. Yeah. Ain't nothing gonna happen. Nobody's gonna see that golden nugget. You put it on the first page. You put it in the first 30 seconds of the reel, and assume that it's not going to get any further, because I have read scripts before, man, and the thing is if you're reading scripts for a film company, your patience gets really thin really quick.
Well, isn't the idea to get like a really short pitch that you like basically in 2 sentences you can say your film and put that on the front page? Isn't that kind of the way to go?
Yeah. But here's the thing:
a cover page or whatever.
Everybody's film is the same, so I keep telling people this. I say, make that first page have your whole story and your most interesting thought on it, right? It's got to be right there. You've got to assume in your life, you have to assume that nobody is going to turn to that second page.
Right.
Yeah. And you kind of really don't want them to. You want them sold by the time they get to that second page. That second page should just be your phone number. Just like, wow, look, and there's his phone number right there.
I think I would try it. I would do 2 sentences and then my phone number.
Right, exactly. It's like that's what it should be. I mean, it was the same way with my reels. I kept looking at the reels and thinking to myself is, oh, well, there's one that's 12 minutes long, and going, wow, that was wishful thinking, wasn't it? And then I look at the ones that I sent out at the very end were like between 45 seconds and,
wow,
and a minute and a half. I figure, and there's a certain to a certain extent there is. You figure if you're getting your jobs off of a cold look at a reel, that's not even an actual world.
Yeah. You work your career and you network, right? I mean, you know a lot of people. And that's
that's networking is everything.
Yeah.
And I'm 100% sure that's probably why I think more people are interested in my career now than they were back then. Is because I've learned to talk about your project.
Yes.
About how are you feeling today?
Right. Yes. You make people feel important, no matter what they're doing.
Huh, Nancy?
Yes.
How you doing?
I have a great idea for a movie. I should probably write a screenplay. I don't want to ruin it though, but it's a horror movie. Surprise!
Surprise!
Actually, it might be more sci-fi. I don't know. But anyway.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll let you know more. That's a little teaser.
So, not that I ever want to, drag us back to.
I don't think we really wanted to talk about this one because we just automatically went on a.
Just gone. I really have no thoughts on this.
I think the director is excellent though. Like, I think he's a good director.
I think he's great, but it's just written poorly and it's he is a great visualist. You have to say that he does bring a great visual sense to it, and I love his visual sense. His visual sense kind of reminds me of Rennie Harlan a little bit, but the thing is he just had nothing to work with. I mean, the script was just painfully bad. It's like you didn't know how people got from one point to the other. That was the thing that was kind of buggy. People just kept showing up like here and there, Right. I mean, there was no. I mean, half of if we had to think about it, the film would have ended in the middle of a lake.
The whole thing was like a runaway train. It was just kind of like, okay, we're on this thing. It's going all these different directions. And
how did everybody keep getting from one of the same place to the other, through the middle of the desert out there? You're going, wow, this is So anyway.
Well, I thought it was watch the original before you watch this one, and I liked it at first for the first 10 minutes, and then I was like, and then after a few days, it's just mediocre.
Yeah, on a scale of 1 to 5, I'm gonna go P.
I think the main character, the guy, the kid, I give him some points. So I think I'm around 1.8.
See, and I can understand that because he isn't that good either. And the thing is and he didn't make any sense in this one.
That's what was great. That was what was funny about it. I think for me is that the whole thing didn't make any sense. But I think I liked him though. I liked him as it was funny to watch him. I guess he was the only one that made sense actually out of the whole group. I think.
Well, I think that it would have been a really sweet ending if the person that ended it didn't look like a meth head, it would have been a lot better. Because
I think she's had whoever we're talking about has had a couple of rough years. I think so.
Yes,
but I don't want to mention any names.
Very rough. Very. Oh, look! I love some somebody whispering in your ear. See that? Yeah, that's good. Okay. So anyway, I'm gonna give it a P.
Yep. Okay. Well. I'm gonna go pee. I think that's a good thing.
There you go. Okay. Hey,
thanks for reminding me.
Thanks for coming by. Thanks.